Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a review on the KKW Beauty Cream Contour and Highlight Set. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. If you are brand new to my channel, hi, my name is Haley and I am a celiac. On my channel I talk about everything gluten-free, from gluten-free foods, living with celiac disease, and as far as gluten-free makeup, hair care, skin care, the whole 9 yards. So if you would like to, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also ring the bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video onto my channel. Like I said, this is KKW Beauty. If you are not familiar with that brand, this is Kim Kardashian West's makeup line. This I purchased for $32 at my local Ulta. It comes in this pack. It has 2 contour shades and 2 highlighter shades. This is the shade Light, and you can see the packaging is just so pretty. It has that KKW Beauty. It's almost like a little bit of a raised lettering to it, and I just think she's just so beautiful. And this is great packaging. All of her packaging is just very monochromatic. It's all this really pretty kind of nude color. It just really pleasing to the eye, I think. So each little side here is going to have 0.03 ounces in it. Now let me show you this side because I haven't used much of it. So it's basically that much that you're going to get in each side. So you do get 2 sides to the stick, and it'll have KKW Beauty embossed on the front, and then on the opposite side it'll say the highlighter shade, and then you'll have light 1, light 2, or whatever shade you purchase, if it's medium 1, medium 2. And so let me go ahead and give you a swatch. So this is light 1, and this is light 2, and this light 1 is a matte shade, and light 2 is a shimmer highlighter. So let's get into the contour sticks. This shade is light number 1, and so this one is a nice warm, kind of a light-ish medium brown. It's probably light brown, but it looks medium on me because I'm so pasty. This is light number 2, which is just, honestly, they're very, very similar in color, but this one is actually, light number 2 is just a tiny bit darker. So you can purchase these, like I said, as your local Ulta. You can also purchase these directly on KKW Beauty's website. She also has individual sticks of these colors. So you can buy specifically light 1, light 2, or the highlighter shades as well. They are $18 a piece, and those are 0.07 ounces per stick instead of 0.03 that you get in these. So they're going to be just a tiny bit more money if you are going to be getting multiple. So obviously it's going to be $36 instead of $32 if you get 2 shades, but you are getting almost double the amount of product. Kim had some feedback on these KKW Beauty contour sticks that customers were saying that they weren't getting quite enough product for their money. So she made the individual sticks with almost double the amount so someone could go and purchase the exact shade that they wanted, and they're getting a lot more product for their money. And I personally think that that is a great thing for someone as famous and as busy as Kim Kardashian West is, to get that feedback and listen to her customers and really put the pedal to the metal and change that for her customer base. So I am feeling very pale because I have not put any of this cream contour or highlighter on my skin today, so I wanted to show you what I usually do and how I like to apply it to my skin, and then I'll give you a little review on what I personally think of these products. So first off, let's start with the highlighter. Personally, I don't use highlighter number 2, which is the sparkly one. I personally love my Scott Barnes Glowy and Showy palette, and I like the powder formula more than I like a cream highlight. And this just didn't have quite enough shine for me personally. I like something with a lot of glow and a lot of shine to it. So this light 2 shimmer highlighter just didn't grab my attention, so I just really don't even use it. So what I do first is I'm going to take the light 1 shade, which is the matte shade, and I'm going to go in and go over my nose and go up. And you're going to look crazy, you're going to look a little nuts, but who cares? And then I go ahead and take my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. What I really like about this brush is that it's very densely packed, because this cream highlighter is a little bit thick, a little bit hard to move. So this densely packed brush moves that nicely for me and spreads it out nicely. So it moves it around nicely, spreads it evenly on my face, and it just gives me a nice blend out. So let me check here. Now I'm going to do my Cupid's bow area and a little bit on my chin. You can also, which is really cool, Kim put this picture of herself on the box so you can kind of see where to contour and highlight, which I think is great. So again, going in with my Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques and just working that into the skin. So now I have this nice highlight down the center of my face. Make sure that's all blended. Now I'm going to go into the contour. So first I'm going to go into light 2, which is actually the darker shade. And what you're going to want to do is I go in with the cheekbones first. So you want to find that spot where you naturally have that hollow in your face. And you just want to follow that line. And I like to stay further back towards the kind of back half of my face. I don't like to drag the contour down here because I find that it just makes my face look heavy and it just doesn't give a very nice shape. So I'm just going to go in and follow the natural contour of your face. Okay, so now I'm going to go along the top here, along the forehead, and down the temples. And then I'm going to take this darker shade also and go right on the edge of my nose. Now this is where it can get scary with the nose contour. I like to use the edge, the side of it like this instead of like this, because otherwise I get really way too much on my face. But if I just use the edge of the actual contour stick, I get a nice straight line down my nose. And then if you want to go for the full 9 yards, you can contour around your lips. Yep, it looks pretty crazy at the moment. So let's go ahead and get blending. First, I'm just going to go ahead and blend out around the mouth. I go ahead and take my lips in. And just pat over it. Don't swipe it, don't swirl it. Just kind of gently press it in. And do you see how my lower lip now just looks slightly larger? And that's just from the contour. And this is my Scott Barnes 6'8" foundation brush. It's great for applying things like this contour foundation so you get no lines. It's a great blending brush. It's great for stippling too. This is a fantastic brush. So now I'm going to go ahead and go for the nose contour. So you don't want to blend it downwards. What you're going to want to do with your nose contour, which is what I've learned, is you want to kind of pull it up. So instead of going like this or going like this or going like this, what you're going to want to do is take your brush and press and go flick it up towards the center of your nose, because then you're not getting any of that darkness here. And then same on the other side. Flick it up until you get a nice blend. And then you have a nice nose contour, so it looks a little bit thinner in through here. Okay, and now I'm going to go and do the forehead. Get my hair out of the way, and you really want to get in on the forehead and make sure you get in your hairline, because otherwise you're going to look like you have a mask on. And no one looks good like that. So just blend, blend, blend in circular motions. You don't have to have this exact foundation brush, but it's a great brush. And it blends beautifully and seamlessly. As you can see as I'm blending, those contour spots are just blending in perfectly and you can't even see where they were. And that's exactly what you want. And personally, I like to, usually, if I'm not doing a video, I like to contour before doing my brows, because I like to really get in there and blend to perfection, because I don't want any kind of lines, but if I mess up my brows, I can always touch them back up. So just keep blending. Make sure you don't see any lines. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good so far. Now, for the cheekbones. I like to take my Real Techniques brush again, the Expert Face Brush, and I like to first get my hair out of the way and then go in with this brush and just stipple first. Stay right in that area where you laid down the color and just kind of gently blend it. You don't want to take it too far up here or too far here. Really just focus on that one area where you laid down the contour and just press and stipple it into your skin. And go to the other side. Again, press, stipple, don't swirl. Just press that color into the skin. And again, go into the hairline, and you can even kind of blend it into your ear so you're not getting a harsh line. And you're not seeing where the contour starts and stops. Looks like I need a little bit more on this side to make it even with the other side. Just a little. Stamp, stamp, stamp. And you can feel where your cheekbone is. And that will really help you to get the perfect placement for your contour, is to just really learn your face. Feel your face. Feel where the contours are, where the hollows are in your cheeks. And that will give you better placement and it will look more natural. Okay, so after I've done the stippling with my Expert face brush. I like to go back in with my Scott Barnes and just gently, with circular motions, buff that out. Do you see what a difference that's making? It just takes away any of that harsh line, because obviously that doesn't look blended right now, but I just wanted to get the placement down and get that product into my skin with the Expert face brush, and then go in with the Scott Barnes foundation brush and just really blend so there are no harsh lines. And I did get a little far, but you can always touch that up with a little bit of foundation. And you don't want to blend just like straight back. I like to do a nice little angle so it kind of cuts your cheekbone like this instead of just straight back. It will also help your face to look more uplifted if you kind of contour with the angles of your face and the angles of your cheekbone. Because who doesn't want a more contoured, lifted face, right? So now I'm going to go in with light number 1, which is just a tiny bit lighter than the light 2 shade. And this I treat as more of a cream bronzer. See how it's just a little bit lighter, a little more tan looking. So I don't do as much of this product. And I just lightly dab it on. And this just warms up the skin tone. I find for me that the light 2 shade really gives me that contour, and then this shade just gives that warmth back to my skin, or to my skin. It doesn't have any otherwise. So see how that's just warming up my skin tone. Again, just taking my Scott Barnes brush and just buffing and buffing so there are no lines. So if someone sees you in public, they can think, wow, maybe her skin really is that golden bronze color all on its own. Yeah, right. You've blended the forehead enough. Yep, I think that's pretty good. Since I don't have tons of product on right here, I really just dotted it on my face. I didn't swipe it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my Scott Barnes brush and just gently swirl and buff that into my skin. Make sure to work back again. Oh, and you can see I'm just kind of sucking my cheeks in, and that just helps me see where my cheekbone is and helps me get a good shape. So now that that is done, I'm going to take a little bit, just the tiniest bit of my foundation, and I'm going to put it on my Scott Barnes brush, and I'm just going to go along the edges of that contour and just kind of lightly press. So what that's going to do is just blend it all out, and you can even go up here too and just kind of blend any kind of lines that you might have. And so where I had gotten a little bit of too much darkness here, I'm just going to take that foundation, and that's just going to blend those edges, make it look seamless, and brighten that area back up. Because my face is already really big and kind of bulky in this area, and I don't want to add any extra bulk there. So keeping it light and bright takes the focus and the definition off of that area on my face. So last but not least, I am going to contour my jawline. So I'm going to take a little bit of the light 2 shade. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the back of my hand. I'm going to go ahead, dip my Scott Barnes foundation brush in it. And what you're going to want to do is you don't want to go on the jawline here. You want to go right underneath it, and you want to figure out how you want your jawline to look, if you want it to be more rounded or you want it to be more square. And I personally like it to be a little bit more squared back here. So what you're going to want to do is just go, try not to change the shape of your face. So just try to not do this as you're contouring, because that'll change the way your skin is laying and you won't get as good of a contour. And just lightly go underneath the jawline, square off the edges, and that's just going to make your face stand out. Also make your jawline look a little sharper, and then you can blend it down, because you don't want any lines. Don't blend it up, blend it down. And it looks, the lighting right now looks like I've got a big line, but I really don't. I barely used any product. Let me see if I can get a little closer and see if that gives you a little bit more of a realistic look at how my skin actually looks. So you can see there's really not a big line there. It's just nicely contoured underneath the jawline. So now that I feel a little bit more golden and bronzed and contoured, I'm going to go ahead and pop on some highlighter. And of course, I'm using my Scott Barnes Glowy and Showy palette. And I'm just going to pop this right on top of the cheekbones. Kind of get that initial lay down of color first. I also like to go up and around the brow. And down the nose and the Cupid's bow. So now that I kind of have it where I want it, just gonna blend with little circular motions so that you're not getting this streak of highlighter, but it's just this nice glow on your skin. And I'm trying not to drag it too far down here. Again, I don't want to emphasize any part of this part of my face, because I do not like that part of my face. So I don't want to add any extra emphasis to it. So just swirl and buff that out to give this nice glow. And that completes my contour and highlight look. I like something that looks fairly natural as far as the contour goes, but you can tell that it just kind of frames and structures and sculpts my face. And then the highlight, there's nothing natural about it, but that's how I like it. So here is my review on the KKW Beauty highlight and contour sticks. The contour stick I love. I think it's super blendable, really easy. I think the colors are great. They're very flattering on my skin tone. I think these are great colors. They blend really well. They don't streak on your face. They don't crease. They stay in place because I don't put any powder on my skin other than just underneath my eyes to set my concealer. They stay in place, the color stays true, it doesn't get muddy looking, it doesn't look too dark, and you can just put a little bit on if you just want a little bit of sculpting and a little bit of glow, or you can really pack it on and give this really nice chiseled effect to your face. I personally love it. It's not shimmery, but it also just looks like skin. It's not this matte finish, and it's not a luminous finish, so your skin just looks healthy. So see how my forehead isn't all shiny and sparkly, but it also just doesn't look powdery and dead. The price is a little bit high, but that's just my personal opinion. So I think next time I will be ordering directly from her website to get the individual shades. Now, the contour stick I love. I think you should buy it if you're looking for something that's easy, it's blendable, it's really super user-friendly. So then comes the highlighter stick. Personally, I don't love the highlighter, and I'll tell you why. This is a very thick formula. It's thicker than the contour shade. It's very thick, it's kind of heavy, and if you don't blend it out well, it's gonna leave streaks on your face. So personally, I used it today and it works well, but I personally like to use my concealer as my highlighter for the center of my face rather than this stick because it's so thick. It's kind of hard to move, and that's why I personally like to use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Because it's so densely packed, it moves that cream product even though it's thicker. But if you don't have a densely packed brush, it's gonna get streaky. At least it is on me. So personally, I don't love the Light One highlighter. I don't love the matte side of this highlighter. You can see I still have quite a bit of it in comparison to my contour shades where, Lord knows, I'm running low. So you can see how I reach for the contour a lot more than the highlighter shade, and then the Light 2, which is the shimmer shade. Again, I don't think there's really anything wrong with it. I just don't personally reach for this kind of yellow gold shade. Yeah, you can kind of see in the camera how yellow it is. I personally just don't reach for that type of shade, and I like more of a powder highlighter like the Scott Barnes palette that I really just can't get enough of. So personally, I will be going on, like I said, and getting the contour sticks on KKW Beauty's website, and I'm going to be getting the Light 1 and Light 2 shade. Next time, I don't believe I'm going to be purchasing the set like this because I really don't use the highlighter shades at all, and I don't want to pay for them, and I would rather get almost double the amount of contour stick for basically the same price. So that is my review of the contour and highlight set from KKW Beauty, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like. And I think that is it for today. If you have any questions or you would like to submit some ideas for upcoming videos, please go ahead and pop those in the comments. I read all of the comments and I would love to see what you think. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!